Okay, so I'm making this long flowing dress. Okay, I'm using this black crepe fabric. Okay, it's not so thick, it's a shaky fabric because I want it to be really flowing. And I have 3 yards laid on this table, so I folded it into 4 so that I can have my front and back cut together. There's no zipper on this, so I don't have any zipper allowance. I just folded my fabric into 4, and the length of this is going to be 60 inches. So I'm going to be adding this fabric sticker that we have here. It's of a very big size. It measures around 36 inches in length, so that's what I'm going to use to spice up this outfit because it's just a plain black fabric. So now to cut this, it's very simple. It's going to be cut like we are cutting an A-line dress. So what I'm going to do on this shoulder line, I'm going to take my shoulder measurement. Okay, I'm trying to set. Okay, so this is for a big size, so the shoulder I'm working with is 18 inches divided by 2, that's going to be 9 inches. So I'm adding half an inch for folding. It's going to be a cold shoulder sleeve. I don't want it to be sleeveless. Okay, so that's my shoulder line, and then on that shoulder line I'm going to come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. And then for my armhole, the armhole I'm working with is 19.5 as well. So what I just need to do is to divide this 19.5 into 2, and then I have 9.75. so here I'm going to mark the 9.75, and that is going to be my armhole line. So those are the important measurements that you will need. So for the neckline, I'm going to be using a neck width of 3.5 inches. There's no zipper. Okay, so don't worry, we are still going to have like an opening in the front for the hair to pass through it. So for the depth for back, I'm going to be using 1.5 inches, and then for the depth of the front neckline, I'm going to be working with around 3.5 inches. So here I'm going to connect my neck depth for the back as well as my neck depth for the front. So like I said, there is no zipper on this, so here for the front I'm going to come down by around 8 inches. Okay, so when I get to that point, I'll just take my ruler and then connect in a V shape like this to my neckline. So with this you'll be able to wear this easily. So you can see my new neckline for the front. And here on the armhole line, I'm just going to roll it straight so that I can get my bust measurement. The bust I'm working with is 53.5. I'll approximate that to 54 inches. So what you need to do is to divide the 54 inches into 4. Remember, our fabric is folded into 4. So now if I divide 54 into 4, I'll have about 13.5 inches. So here I'm going to mark the 13.5 inches. Okay, and then I'm going to mark half an inch for ease and 1.5 inches for my seam allowance. Like I said, it's for a big size, so and I want it to be as comfortable as possible. So here is my shoulder line, and then here I'm just going to place my curved ruler to draw out my armhole line. Okay, so now this is my armhole line. So like I said, it's a free flowing dress. You don't need so much measurement. So after doing all of this, the next thing I'm going to go to is my hemline. Okay, I'm going to be connecting from my bust here all the way to the hemline. So on the hemline, let me just shift my fabric to the hemline. So on the hem of this dress, okay, so I have shifted my camera so that I can capture the hem for us. So here on the hem, I'm going to take my waist, my hip measurement. The hip I'm working with is 54 as well, so divided by 4 is going to give us 13.5. so here I'm marking the 13.5 inches here, and then because like I said, I want it to be really flowing, so to the 13.5 inches I'm adding up to 10 inches, okay, extra to that. Okay, I'm adding extra around 13.5, around 10 inches extra to that. If you don't want yours to be this big, you can add between 5 to 7 inches. So now what I'm going to do is to connect from that point all the way to my bust line, which is my armhole line, in a diagonal form like this. Okay, so I'll just connect from here. I hope you can see this. Okay, so I'm connecting from my bust, this bust line that I had diagonally, to that measurement that we have there. So this is connected now, and you can see what it looks like. This is my shoulder slant, this is my armhole, and then I slanted this from this armhole line all the way to the hem. You can see all the way to the hem of this dress. So I'll cut this out now. I'm going to cut the back neckline first. I'll cut my shoulder slope as well as my armhole. So after cutting the side as well, I'm going to detach the front and back so that I can cut the front neckline as well. So I have cut it, and you can see the side now. I have cut the side. I just slanted it all the way to the hem. So now I'm going to detach the back from the front so that I can easily cut my front, and then I'll go ahead and cut facing for this. You can also use a bias, but because of the V neckline that we have in front, if you want a neat finishing, it's better you just work with your facing. So now I'm trying to arrange the front well so that I don't make mistake with my neckline. Okay, so once it is arranged, I'll go ahead and cut out the V shape, and then I'm going to continue by cutting my regular round neckline. So this is what the front neckline looks like now, and then I'll go ahead and cut facing for this. So I've gone ahead to cut facing for my neckline, and I have sewn it. You can see facing is just a short lining. Okay, you just place your neckline and you cut exactly what you have there, but this time the length is not going to be as long as your regular body. So I have sewn it around the neckline. You can see the neckline is clean now. This is the front. You just need to iron it, and this is the back. So I equally cut a facing for the back as well, and then I sew it. So you just iron it. So this is the facing. Okay, it's just for you to turn it. So now the next thing to do is to lay the front on the back, and then you sew it on the shoulder as well as the side seam. So it depends on what you want. You can actually fix your fabric sticker at this point. Okay, you can fix it before sewing the bodies. All you just need to do is to measure exactly where you are going to place it. You place it and you transfer it with your iron or your heat transfer. There's a detailed tutorial on this already on the channel, so if you don't know how to, you can check it out. And then we have these stickers available if you need any of them as well. So now I will just sew mine first. I will sew the shoulder and the side, and then after that I'm going to place my sticker on it. So I have gone ahead to sew the shoulder. You can see the front and back shoulder is joined, and then I sew my side seam as well. So on the sleeve area, I measured down 4 inches, and then I turned it with my facing. You can see that it is neatly turned. You can also use your bias to turn this, and then I went ahead to attach this flutter sleeve. It's a cold shoulder sleeve, like I said. Yours can be sleeveless as well, so that you can just turn everything with your lining, but I don't want mine to be sleeveless, so I attached this flutter sleeve. It's a double flutter sleeve. By the time I turn it, you'll see it's better. I have a tutorial on how you can create a flutter sleeve on the channel, so if you don't know how to, you can check out the tutorial. So this is what it looks like. So I'm going to turn it to the right side now, because I have also fixed my sticker, my fabric sticker, to this. So this is what I have. I just need to weave the inside and I am good to go. So now I'll take this to the mannequin so that we can see what it looks like.